The sweetest treats. Newborns at the Cedars-Sinai NICU continue the annual tradition of dressing up to celebrate the holiday. Volunteers have been making the outfits for more than 25 years to help the babies and their parents get into the Halloween spirit. This year's costumes were inspired by children's books and included a cat, sunflower, pumpkin, bat, and more. That's cute. And that is tonight's CBS Evening News. I'm Nora O'Donnell. We'll leave you tonight with this video of President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden handing out candy to local public school students and military-connected children at the White House for Halloween. Good night.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 6. I'm Morgan Hoover.
And I'm Chris Allen. Welcome to a Monday evening after a rainy old day and now the colder air.
The cold has set in. It's chilly. I'm shivering.
You can feel it.
Yes.
And everybody's, thermostats have been set, for warmer temperatures. Now we've got to adjust again. And so it's, that time of the year. So here are the alerts, and everybody is under that freeze warning. This is the first freeze that we've had since March 21st of this year. You have to go that far back to find freezing temperatures, but it's for that purple shaded counties you see there, all the viewing area until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. The rains have moved off to the east, and now the skies are clearing from west to east, and that clearing is going to allow the temperatures to really begin to fall this evening. So tonight, the forecast, as we begin to see a little sun through the clouds now just before sunset, 27 for a low with that freeze warning, clearing and cold, and even a north wind at 6. But how about Halloween, and how about the rest of the week? Your 7-day forecast is just ahead. Morgan?
All right, Chris, our top story tonight. The man accused of killing a young Bowling Green woman appeared in court this morning, but it seems his next court appearance has been pushed back. David Prophet, he's seen here entering the courtroom with his attorneys this morning, is charged with strangulation, abuse of a corpse, and theft of an automobile, along with a few other charges. He's accused of killing 22-year-old Alexandra Hemman in August of this year. Grisly details of the murder were unveiled during a preliminary hearing. Today, prosecutors say more discovery has been made. The next court date will be in February of next year. Well, Halloween is practically here. Kids are grabbing the costumes and getting ready to run from house to house, but they need to be aware of the dangers that could be on the roadways. If you are of legal age to consume alcohol, Kentucky State Police are encouraging everyone to consume responsibly and do not drive under the influence. You may think that you may only be arrested or charged for 0.08% blood alcohol content, but you can actually be charged for much less.
The only real easy way to do that, to make sure that everything's okay, is if you consume alcohol, don't drive. If you consume drugs, don't drive. And it's as simple as that. Just make sure that you're not putting anybody else in danger, especially this time of year when you're going to have so many kids out on the roadway. Don't take the chance.
There are many forms of transportation you can use to avoid receiving a DUI. There are ride-sharing apps, or you can simply call a friend if you decide to have a little fun for the holiday. Another potential risk for your kids this Halloween: tainted candy. Some candies that look similar to the real thing can actually contain THC, Delta 8, or Delta 9 drugs. If you suspect your child's candy has these substances in them, make sure to contact the Warren County Drug Task Force immediately. If your child is exposed, call 911 or poison control. The most important thing you can do is check the candy to make sure it's okay to eat.
Many times these candies will look like gummy bears or other children's candy, and with Halloween coming up tomorrow, parents just need to be careful and make sure the gummy bear is in fact a gummy bear.
It can take various amounts of time for different drugs to set in and take effect. So it's important to remember, if your child happens to eat these candies, call 911 or poison control immediately. It's hard to believe, but it's time to start thinking about Christmas. And with the cooler temps out there, it's starting to feel like it too. The JC's Christmas Parade is also starting to think about the holidays now that they have announced the Grand Marshal of this year's parade. News 40 reporter Tucker Covey has more details.
Yes, Morgan. Bowling Green native musician Trevor Martin was selected as the Grand Marshal for this year's parade. He is excited and happy to be honored by his hometown. Take a look. Nashville-based musician Trevor Martin has been selected as the Grand Marshal for the JC's Parade in Bowling Green. A native of BG, he is excited to be home for the parade for the first time in a while.
It's an honor to be asked to be the Grand Marshal, and so I'm really excited to be there. I love Christmas time, and it's just the best place to spend is in your hometown.
The decision to choose Trevor was a no-brainer for parade chairman Mary John Carmen, who thinks his recent accomplishments in music are noteworthy.
We just felt like he was someone we wanted to recognize for the things that he's doing, and I just feel certain he's going to be someone that we're going to all say, oh, we knew him when.
The JC's Parade still has openings available, and people and businesses are encouraged to reach out about participating.
If anyone wants to be in the parade, we are still accepting entry forms. And we would love to have you all join Trevor and everyone else that's going to be in the parade. And so there's still time to do it. You just go to SokeieFair.org and click on the Christmas Parade tab, and there's an entry form, and the deadline for entry is November 15th.
The parade will take place on December 2nd at 9:30 a.m. This year's theme, Christmas Through the Eyes of a Child. Morgan?
All right, Tucker, thank you very much. Well, a local 17-year-old just got a big-time award. The Josie Music Awards is an association that celebrates independent artists, and a Hart County native just grabbed one for herself. News 40's Michael Ridgway has more on the story.
Yeah, the first place I ever sung publicly was in this gym, so it's really cool to kind of be back here. I mean, I've sung in talent shows, I've done shows, obviously, but I think, yeah, the first place I sung was in here.
A lot of times, no. She sits in her bedroom, writes. She'll stay up all hours of the night writing, and a lot of times we don't get to hear it until it's done. So we can't sing, we can't play instruments. She just, anything she picks up, she teaches herself how to do it. So
she has a lot of talent that I wish I could draw. I wish that I could write songs. I can sing a little bit, but I can't sing like her. So she's started getting on my radar then as a kid, like, you know, she has some talent.
I was excited because I got to go up on the stage and I got to be in the circle for the Grand Ole Opry, which, if you know anything like the backstory of that, the circle is super important. I mean, everybody stood there. Every country music person has stood there. Dolly Parton, Taylor Swift, who I personally really like. So many famous country music artists have stood there. So it was really cool to be like, oh, I'm in this spot with them, you know.
And I think it's really cool for our kids to be able to see her doing some cool things, because they could be like, hey, she sat in these desks that we're at now. You know, she walked the same halls that we're walking now. And so that dream doesn't seem as far away, if that makes sense.
This is like really basic, but probably just do all that you can, because, you know, you might get an opportunity and then you might be like, oh, well, no, I might do that next week. And then you realize that the opportunities are already like passed you up. So I would just say when you get an opportunity, take it.
You know, I tell mine all the time, life's short, enjoy it. You know, anything your kid wants to do, support them, you know, 110%. Let them live their dream. If they don't make it, you know, they can try something different. But never discourage them on, you know, something they look forward to doing.
In Hart County, because local talent matters, Michael Ridgway, WNKY News 40.
Well, still to come on News 40 at 6, the national UAW strike appears to be coming to a close, as a tentative contract agreement has been reached with the last of the big three. The latest details from that agreement in just a bit, but first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is in after the break with a full look at our cold forecast. That's coming up next.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall Santa does.
Hey y'all, it's Bree, and don't forget to tune in to the Pie Queen's Pantry this week. We're gonna talk about what you can do with that leftover candy so that you can enjoy it more than the kids. See you this week on the Pie Queen.
The UPS store on Scottsville Road is your one stop for personal and professional services. We offer printing, shipping and packing, notary, mailboxes, and much more. Locally owned and operated. The UPS store on Scottsville Road.
My opponent's campaign is built on attacks and lies. But you know me, and you know it isn't true. We've been through a lot together, and now we're building the Commonwealth we've always dreamed of. We're a leader in economic growth, tens of thousands of new jobs, our lowest unemployment rate ever, delivering on major infrastructure projects and bringing high-speed internet everywhere. We're building a bright future here for all of our families.
What would Daniel Cameron's Medicaid plan mean for my patients?
He's threatening to take away health care coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians.
It's very scary that people are not going to have health coverage.
People will not be able to see their doctors. People will not be able to buy medicines.
Many rural hospitals will end up closing their doors.
Cameron is still following his pal, Matt Bevin.
I don't know why you do that.
I don't think Daniel Cameron understands what Kentuckians are going through.
And that is not acceptable for a governor.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby. Cut back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, man. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
Looking to shop for a cause or to donate to a local nonprofit store? Visit the Habitat Restore of Bowling Green, located at the corner of 8th and Center across from the Bowling Green Ballpark. Call or visit our website today to learn more.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen on this cold, cold Monday. It finally feels like real fall.
It does. And you think it's cold now, just wait till in the morning.
Oh, gosh.
When it's like 20-something. A little bit of a breeze.
That just hurts my bones, just thinking about it.
Yeah, a lot of things will hurt when it gets that cold. That's for sure. Let's check things out as far as the temperature trend over the next several days. It's not going to stay cold. The next, 2 days, maybe 2.5 days, yes, it is going to be bone-chilling cold as temperatures will be running a good 20 degrees. You look at the scale over here, a good 20 degrees below the average, which is 66. So we're only calling for 47, 46 on Wednesday. Then we start to see some retreat from the really chilly air. It gets warmer by the middle and end of the week, and into the upcoming weekend, we start to see where we should be mid to upper 60s for this time of the year. And it's going to be chilly on the trick-or-treaters too. Tomorrow evening, it's going to be downright cold with a mainly clear sky and a brisk north wind. 53 was our high today officially, but that happened at just after 1 o'clock early this morning. Since then, the temperatures have been going down. 44 has been so far our 24-hour low, but it'll go colder than that. 66 where we should be. 2300s or about a quarter inch of rain officially at the airport. We're still running about 4 inches behind year to date on rainfall. Right now it is 43 with a calm wind or near calm wind, 5 miles per hour, should say, from the north, even though the arrow doesn't show there. Humidity 76%, the dew point at a chilly, dry 36 and the barometer falling, but with that dew point being in the 30s, that's a signal of just how cold it's going to begin this evening and then get a little bit colder than that as skies clear. Already temperatures are well into the 40s and they're going to drop even more as we get into the night. And as you can see, those dew points are right there at 30, 31, 31. Yeah, they're going to drop into the 20s tonight, and that means our overnight lows will drop into the 20s as well. Here we are are with the showers moving east of us. Clearing line is just now over the Bowling Green area. Back to the west, some of that west-northwesterly breeze is starting to come in and help scour out some of these clouds. There's a weak cold front that's actually going to come in for Halloween tomorrow. And when it passes by tomorrow evening, we might even get a little bit of a light rain shower, sprinkle, or even a snowflake or two, especially north of the Ohio River as it passes by. And this is about the time of trick-or-treating tomorrow evening. Then after that, very cold high pressure falls into place here, keeps us dry and clear, but cold treats tomorrow night, and it's kind of a trick too if you think about it. 42 about the time you go out for trick-or-treating tomorrow night, so you're going to have to bundle up. Even though you've got your costume, you may have to wear an overcoat over that. Freeze warning tonight for the first time this season. Clearing and cold, 27 for the overnight low. Yikes. Tomorrow, only getting up to 47 for Halloween, back down to 25 tomorrow night. Then we moderate into the 50s and 60s for the rest of the week and into the upcoming weekend of first weekend of November. Here's what's coming up tonight on CBS 40.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
At Horizon Pace, I have one doctor, not 4 or 5. And if I need to talk to that doctor and he's not with another patient, he'll come and talk to me. Everything's going real good. I come off of about 19 pills down to 7 now, and I love it. I wouldn't do without it right now.
Horizon Pace is the face of your healthcare. Contact us for more information.
Been in a car or semi-truck accident? Be prepared to take on big insurance. At Flora, Templeton Stewart, we've been fighting for the rights of our injured clients for over 47 years, with results like $1.2 million, $1.7 million, and even $2.8 million for our injured clients. In an accident? Call us 24/7 so we can get our team to work for you.
During the COVID pandemic, I fought against Washington's unconstitutional assault on our rights. In Kentucky, Daniel Cameron did the same. When Andy Beshear shut down our places of worship, Cameron led the fight to reopen churches, taking Governor Beshear to court, and Cameron won and ensured that you had the right to worship freely. That's why I'm voting for Daniel Cameron, because no matter the fight, Cameron will safeguard your rights.
Protect Freedom PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's the annual enrollment period for Medicare Advantage plans, and you have a choice, which is why Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here to help you get all the benefits you qualify for. Call Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield at 1-800-579-4145 today for a Medicare Advantage plan checkup and make sure you have everything you qualify for in 2024. You can receive more benefits for a $0 monthly premium. Benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money towards over-the-counter health items. Call 1-800-579-4145 today and feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2024. You can receive benefits for a $0 monthly premium like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. So call Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield today at 1-800-579-4145 and make sure you're not missing out.
More than 37 million people are living with diabetes in the U.S. It's a chronic disease that affects how your body turns food into energy, and it can cause severe damage to a person's body. Tonight, 5 ways to help prevent health problems from diabetes. It's a common disease, but millions of Americans may not even know they have diabetes, even though early detection is critical.
As soon as you can have the diagnosis made, the sooner the proper treatment can begin.
Diabetes can damage the eyes, kidneys, nerves, and heart.
If you have high blood glucose, you're more likely to have high blood pressure and high cholesterol. And those 3 factors, either independently and certainly working together, can damage the small vessels in our bodies.
You can prevent diabetes-related health problems by taking charge of your health. That includes adopting healthy lifestyle habits, like a sensible diet, physical activity, and getting adequate sleep is also important, as is managing stress and taking medicines on time.
Smoking also has a detrimental effect on your small blood vessels. And so, especially with people with diabetes, we want to suggest that they try to stop smoking.
Experts say small health changes over time can make a big difference and may not be as overwhelming.
You can begin to make choices that you are more likely to stick to.
Well, the Biden administration is urging schools to keep medication on hand that can reverse opioid overdoses. In a letter to educators today, White House officials said every school across the U.S. should stock naloxone nasal spray. It's also known as Narcan. And faculty and students should be trained to use it. This comes amid a nationwide rise in overdose deaths among adolescents. Over the past 2 decades, more than 5,000 children and teens have died from overdoses involving fentanyl. In more national news, the United Auto Workers Union has suspended its coast-to-coast stand-up strikes against U.S. automakers. The strikes, ongoing for more than 6 weeks, were called off after the union, representing 146,000 auto workers, reached an agreement with General Motors early this morning on a tentative contract agreement. As Danya Backus reports, GM is the last of the big three to come to terms with its blue-collar employees.
The UAW says it reached an agreement with General Motors early Monday morning.
I think this is great news for Detroit and for the country.
The deal reportedly contains a record-setting 25% wage increase along with cost of living increases.
Auto workers got the kind of raise they deserve for their role in the success of these companies, and I think the leaders of the three companies handled themselves well.
GM is the last of the Detroit automakers to settle. Stellantis, the parent company of Chrysler, Ram, and Jeep, reached an agreement Saturday. Ford announced its deal last week. Auto workers demanded higher wages, while the companies were trying to hold the line and invest more profits in electric vehicle technology. Negotiations started in July. A wave of coast-to-coast strikes started September 15th, when the union's agreements with the companies expired. The economic losses from the strikes are now more than $9 billion and growing. President Biden was the first sitting president to join auto workers on a picket line. He congratulated them during remarks at the White House today, saying they're being rewarded for keeping the auto industry going during the financial crisis more than a decade ago.
These agreements ensure the iconic Big Three can still lead the world in quality and innovation. Due to the commitment and solidarity of the UAW workers, willing to exercise their right to collectively.
All three agreements still must be ratified by the rank and file.
I'm hopeful that we can get to that point and get back to work making the best vehicles on the planet.
Once approved, the new contracts would run for 4.5 years. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Stay with us. News 40's Patrick Carey is in the studio with a look at sports right after this.
Kentucky's Attorney General should protect our kids. But as a prosecutor, Russell Coleman gave sweetheart plea deals to dangerous sex offenders. One criminal Coleman faced sexually abused an unconscious child, created child pornography, and got a plea deal for less than the minimum sentence. In case after case, judges overruled Coleman's deals as too soft on predators. Stop Coleman. Protect Kentucky's kids.
Tough times are inevitable. And we could all use a little help. Find the courage to reach out. You don't have to do this alone. Text your zip code to 898-211 or simply dial 211. Get connected. Get help today.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
There's nothing quite as cozy and comfortable as a recliner from Ford's, like this power recliner in top grain leather with cup holders, phone charger, and lumbar support for only $8.99. Or this leather swivel glider for only $6.99. Now at Ford's Furniture.
My opponent's campaign is built on attacks and lies. But you know me, and you know it isn't true. We've been through a lot together, and now we're building the Commonwealth we've always dreamed of. We're a leader in economic growth, tens of thousands of new jobs, our lowest unemployment rate ever, delivering on major infrastructure projects and bringing high-speed internet everywhere. We're building a bright future here for all of our families.
As Kentucky families struggled, Joe Biden brags.
Bidenomics is working.
Andy Beshear agrees. Beshear backed Biden's disastrous economic policies. Now he's endorsing Biden for re-election.
This president delivered.
For Andy Beshear, he did, giving $250,000 to fund his agenda.
I want to thank the president.
Beshear's with Biden. Trump backs Daniel Cameron. If you stand with Trump, vote Cameron for governor. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this ad.
When we hear that sound, the competition is on.
12,400. Whoa, he's betting everything. This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy? Weeknights at 4:30 on WNKY, CBS 40.
Welcome to sports. The WKU volleyball team is set to return to Diddle Arena this weekend. The Tops are coming off a dominant road trip against Louisiana Tech, sweeping the Bulldogs in both matches. WKU is currently in first place in the conference with a chance to lock down the #1 seed this weekend. Tops are set to host the FIU Panthers on Friday and Saturday. For head coach Travis Hudson, here's his message to the fans.
The challenge is levied to the people in this community and on this campus to get out and support this team. You know, we all year, fans stop me all year long wanting to know how the volleyball team's going to be and are we going to be able to play for we are playing for a championship in Diddle Arena. And so our kids have done their part, and now it's time for the community to reciprocate.
Staying on the hill, the WK Lady Toppers are set to kick off the 2023 season tomorrow night. The Lady Toppers will welcome Lane College for a spooky preseason matchup inside of Diddle Arena. WK is coming off a Conference USA runner-up season last year. Head coach Greg Collins is excited about a special Halloween event tomorrow inside of Diddle.
And we're going to have trick or treat. We're going to have all the fraternities and sororities in Diddle. All the other sports teams are going to set up in Diddle. And so you can come trick or treat with your kids in Diddle and then come to ball game. And I have a lot of people that are excited about that. So yes, I feel that excitement.
WK football is searching for a bounce-back week after dropping back-to-back games against Jacksonville State and Liberty. The Tops are most recently coming off a loss to the undefeated Flames this past week, 42-29. WK is now hitting the road to take on UTEP in El Paso. Here's what head coach Tyson Helton had to say about hoping to get back on track.
It'll take everything we have to win this football game, but this is what down the stretch you want to be able to try to go get those big wins on the road if you want to try to make a conference run. So we'll see if we can go get this one.
And the Louisville Cardinals continued their impressive start to the Jeff Brom era over the weekend. The Cards did not only dominate the Duke Blue Devils on Saturday, but shut them out 23-0. Louisville moves to 7-1 on the season. We'll be searching for their 8th win next weekend against Virginia Tech. And it was a tough weekend in Lexington for the Kentucky Wildcats. The Cats were searching for a win out of their bye week after back-to-back losses, but could not make it happen, falling to Tennessee 33-27. Kentucky now heads to Starksville in desperate need of an SEC win against Mississippi State this upcoming weekend. And finally, the Tennessee Titans picked up a much-needed win over the Falcons on Sunday thanks to rookie quarterback Will Levis. The former Kentucky Wildcat finished the afternoon with 238 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. DeAndre Hopkins had the game Titans fans had been waiting for, finishing the day with 4 catches for 128 yards and 3 touchdowns. Here's what Levis had to say after the win.
I was confident all game. I was really just taking it one play at a time. Just all the other guys doing their jobs was giving me confidence and knowing that everyone, for the most part, their head was in the right spot, and we were clicking them all 11 of 11. So just was trying to take it one play at a time.
Big win for the Titans, Morgan.
Absolutely. Exciting
Thoughts
stuff.
on it?
Yeah, Will Levis, wonderful. It must have been the mayonnaise and the coffee.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, I think it was good.
Yeah, that works for him for some reason. Yes, it may not work for you, but
Or
here we go.
else.
You know, here's a look at the forecast tonight. Whatever it is, coffee, mayonnaise, water, it's all going to freeze. 27, the overnight low tonight, clearing and cold.
Frozen
freeze warning in effect. Warning in effect. Cold,
bone chilling, just in time for Halloween, right? Get those coats ready for your kids in their costumes.
Yes, they're going to need them tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Chris, thank you so much. Thank you at home. We will see you right back here tonight at 10. Have a great evening, everyone.
Appreciate y'all. Well, welcome to Family Feud, everybody. I'm your man, Steve Harvey. Well, we got a good one for you today. Returning for that third day with a total of $20,995 from Ida Bell, Oklahoma. It's the champs. It's the Russell family. And they're back from Royersford, Pennsylvania. It's the Williams family.